So, it looks like we have to make recaps all the time. Because we can't post all the videos without spending our entire day dealing with the crap.
Yeah.
And then videoing it, and then posting it, and then it's exhausting. But, so they're still at it. Obviously, yesterday, the police had, this is according to police department, so I'm taking them as credible, obviously, except that they seem to contradict each other, and it seems that Wapak County sheriffs have been the ones to tell the truth, and Clintonville police have again lied. We called them and asked them if they, why they were here, and said, yeah, you'd have to ask, well, you'd have to ask the sheriff. You know, we weren't there. And said, you don't know anything about it? And they said no. Clearly said no. So we have that video, of course. Then, so we call the sheriffs, and we talk to, after talking to the front desk, after getting the runaround one person, and then the other person was, she seemed to think the whole sexual assaulting and reporting everything is just funny, and so she laughed, of course, which, you know, I don't know if that's to elicit a response, because it tends to piss people off. You know, you ever laugh in your woman's face or whatever is a, you know, surefire way to get beat down, you know, so anyway. Then the sheriffs that we did talk to, the sheriff, the actual sheriff guy, wasn't he the sheriff? Whoever he was a sergeant.
Yeah.
And man, he was pleasant to talk to. Told us what it was.
Yeah, he told us everything.
I mean, he told us that his department came by. You know what I mean? And it's like,
that's all we were asking.
Man, we didn't lose it. We already knew what happened. You know what I mean? And he might not. He obviously didn't. But he, or you know, I might not have known exactly what, like what the response maybe isn't even to be expected. Except that Clintonville knows, man, that we're afraid to death of that. How much more apparent can we make it? And they have our phone numbers, you know. And it's like, I mean, geez. Now isn't the time to be pounding on our door, but so the sheriff, the sergeant that we talked to was very nice. Said he'd have the deputy who came call us, and he did, and she did, and she admitted being the one came and pounded on the door. She said that's just how she knocks. Wow, I don't know if you guys see me asking people to identify themselves after loud pounds that were exactly the first one, but there was no identification of anybody, man, and she says that she surely would have.
Yes.
Now, I'm also told by her that nobody went inside the vehicle, but they're advised by a neighbor to, and they were here for a welfare check, which,
again, thank you.
Clintonville, you have initiated welfare checks, 3 times in how many days, weeks? Could you clarify that? Probably not. I'm not antagonizing you. What I'm saying is you never say anything about anything because you know what you're doing is wrong. How many times has this welfare check been? I mean, I don't care who tells you to do it. We don't answer the door for you. You know the children are fine. They're always fine. They stay fine. This isn't a welfare check.
And the first time someone called, they said, like, hey, I know you didn't answer the door, but, like, are you and your kids okay? I said, yep. He said that's all he needed to know.
Yeah, you got food in the house. You all right? I mean, the guy was decent about what I'm saying is Craig Freetag, the chief there, has access to the information, and you don't need to do welfare checks on children every single week. And to deny any knowledge of it, you know, I mean, what a wormy thing to do again. You know, after doing that stuff first, then you know we've seen the video, we've tagged in, and yeah, we're told don't know nothing about it. Don't know, man, I bet. But use the sheriffs as an arm of you because they're assisting you. You told them to come here and do a welfare check after you. So you're going to reach out and touch us then, but just not with your hands this time. Thank you, though, for that. And but you're going to reach out and touch us with a sheriff who scared the holy shit out of everybody. Okay. You heard those pounds. Gabe hurt himself. You guys are freaking ridiculous, and then you lie about it. Now we gotta post that tape, and then post the tape with the deputy of this. Enough is enough. I'm pissed that she would knock like that and not identify herself. If that, or who? Was there a second one to come down and knock exactly like that? I mean, what the I mean, what?
And she says she just knocks like that.
That just does that. And run VINs, and you hear
runs
that?
Plates for just cause.
You're gonna hear an eerie pause when I ask her, like, why would you be looking for a VIN number? You know,
if you're here for a welfare check, why are you be even checking my car?
And you park on both sides of our cars. That's like a military tactic. Like, I mean, what the? Why would you, for the welfare check? And then if your answer is that you heard people inside, so that you thought that you needed to knock at 1 billion decibels because you could hear people through the door, wouldn't you do a more welcoming knock if you were not there to intimidate us?
Yeah, and when you said to identify yourself, no one did.
Yeah, but you would knock like that where the door flexes, where people... That kind of knock would make me run away. Oh, hell yeah, they heard that.
I can hear everything through these walls.
Yes, there's no way. She said she heard people inside and then chose to knock like that. Like, you might as well just come up and beat my head on the door. It was insane. We were right there. That's the point, man. You didn't need to knock like that.
We know you seen the flash in the windows. Like, clearly we were home. Like, we weren't making it apparent that we weren't home.
And if you were to knock like that... and
or that we were here.
And know that everybody's startled, but you say, we're just checking the welfare of the children. Somebody called again and again and again. Or...
I'm really loving the no sleep.
Yeah.